Mom! Hello! Tonight we are making Albondigas because I've had a couple of requests. My son won't leave me alone. Go do your homework now. Okay. So, I have already started out. I'm not playing. Okay. I've already started out making some meatballs. Get them. Gosh! And I used, I usually buy my ground beef from Costco. And you know, they come in those like patties that are already formed. I used 3 of those patties. And usually to feed between 4 and 5 of us, I use 3 to 4 of those already formed beef patties. I don't know how much they weigh because they come in a big package. So I already started my meatballs, and I used 3 of the things, and I used 1 package of, it's a 10-ounce roll of Cacique pork chorizo. It has to be Cacique, and it has to be pork. Unless there's another brand that you like, and you can go ahead and use that. But I prefer the Cacique, and you can find it pretty much anywhere. So I mixed about a whole 10-ounce tube of the Cacique chorizo, 3 beef patties, and about a tablespoon of mint. And then I found to make more even meatballs, I found it's easier to spread your ground beef on a like flat cookie sheet, and then kind of just score them into squares, into even squares, and then you can just roll your meatballs from that. So you just get the square, and then you kind of fold it over itself. Oh, I put some olive oil on there too, so they don't stick, and then so it's easier, they don't stick to your hands either. So you just grab a square, kind of start folding it into itself, and then roll. Okay? And I have, from the 3 beef patties and the 10-ounce thing of chorizo, I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 27 meatballs. And that'll feed like 4 to 5 of us. That's plenty. And they're each like a bite to a couple bites each. You don't want it to be more than 2 bites per meatball, so you don't want them too big. If you want them smaller, if you want like mini ones, you could definitely make mini ones. Okay, I have like a couple tablespoons of olive oil in here. And to that, I'm going to add, oh wait, let me tell you about Albondigas. It is a Mexican soup, and it is pretty basic and simple. Everybody puts a couple different things in their meatballs. Oh, I also put a 1/4 cup of uncooked rice in them. So everybody puts something a little bit different in them. If you don't want the chorizo and you just want to use ground whatever, pork, beef, chicken, turkey, you should use chicken or turkey because they're not very flavorful. But if that's what you want to use, go for it. Then you can season it up with like cumin and chili powder and whatever else you can think of. But I like to use the chorizo because it's already like completely seasoned and you don't need anything. Okay, so yeah, it's a traditional Mexican meatball soup. Everybody puts something a little bit different in it when it comes to the vegetables. I like mine fairly simple, and I used, I wanted to do carrots, but I went to the store and I flippin' forgot them, which irritates me because I went specifically for things for the soup, and then I forgot them, which was pretty retarded. But I did remember cabbage. When it's served in Mexico, it's like very basic. It doesn't have like all kinds of crazy stuff in it. So I'm going to put some. I did 4 cloves of garlic because they were pretty small. But if you like a lot of garlic, add a lot of garlic. If you don't, then don't. They were pretty small, so I added 4. This onion is pretty big, so I think I'm only going to use half of it. That just seems right. And just kind of rustic, so nothing needs to be like real pretty. Do everything like whatever, you know, kind of sizes that you like them. I think I'm going to cut the onion like this, and then maybe I'll cut these pieces in half. And these in half. They're going to go in here with the garlic. You don't want this too high. I only have it at like 4 because you don't want this stuff to burn. You just like are softening it. Okay. Okay, so now we have onion and garlic in there. Our meatballs are ready to go. And I said earlier I added a tablespoon of mint to them. I don't really think that was enough. I think I'm going to add more mint into the soup because it didn't seem like enough to me. Okay, I'm going to turn it up a little bit now just to like 5 though, not too crazy high. Either I find that people cook stuff too low or too high. Like too high and then it burns, or too low and then it takes forever to cook. Oh, I'm also, just because I have this in my fridge and I want to use it, I made chicken lettuce wraps the other day. I have a half of a yellow bell pepper, and I'm going to add some of that because I really like bell peppers. So I'm going to cut it in strips and then probably just cut the strips in half. I will set that to the side. We'll put that in now actually. Okay. So we have onion, garlic, bell pepper in there. Bell pepper is not traditional. Okay. I just had some left over and I want to use it before it went bad. This is going to saute, do its thing. It's a little long. Ooh, the onions they're wrong. I'm burning my eyeballs. I'm gonna, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna chop up this mint. I think I'm just gonna take the mint on the stems, and I had a hard time using this mint because I really want it for my cocktails, not for my soup. Okay, so I'm having a hard time partying with it, but I'm gonna do it. So I put a tablespoon already of chopped mint in the meatballs, and I'm gonna put like maybe 4 sprigs into the actual soup. Okay, and the deal with the soup, you can use just water and let the meatballs season the broth and then add some of your other seasonings, or you can use chicken or beef broth, whatever you have, they both work. I have beef because I bought some beef, but I usually only have chicken. But I'm gonna add my meatballs first and let them cook and let them flavor my broth, and then see if I need any seasoning, because if I need any beef broth, because I may not. I may just use the water from the broth. Okay, so we're just going to let all that stuff soften up, which it's doing quite nicely. This recipe, kind of like a recipe. I don't like to call things recipes because I don't really do any measurements, and like I'm not going to tell you to use a half a pound of beef or blah 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 blah. So it's kind of a recipe, kind of like a guide, you know. Okay, so all this is like soften up the bell pepper, onion, and garlic, and now I'm going to add water. And like I said, I'm not going to tell you how much to add because I kind of just add however much broth I want. I need more water than that for the show. But you have to determine how many people you want to serve, if you want any leftovers. I don't like to do a whole lot of leftovers because my family's kind of picky and they don't like to eat leftovers. Joseph, what are you doing? You're supposed to be doing your homework.
I got 4 more pages left.
Okay, we'll go do them now.
Mom, I need like
okay, we'll do what you can do now, and then I'll help you later. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Okay. So, put the water in. I'm going to bring it up to a boil before I drop my balls in. Meatballs, that is. And then, I'm going to stick my mint in there right now. Because that sounds good. You kind of want it to cook, out the flavoring of the mint. Okay, so bring that up. We're also going to put cabbage in there, which cabbage is a very traditional thing that they put in there. This is not my own thing. Cabbage is hard to cook. did not wash my cabbage. I might take one little layer off. I'm going to take a layer off because I'm not going to wash it.
Are you kidding me?
But if you prefer to wash your cabbage, go right ahead. A little layer off here. This is not, I'm only making this to feed my family, and they haven't died yet from my cooking, so I'm not going to change a lot that I do just because I'm showing other people. Okay, the cabbage, I always cut my cabbage differently. Sometimes I leave it in strips, then it's kind of hard to eat like that. This, I'm going to do like bite-sized squares, because it's the easiest way to get it in, right? So, squares of cabbage, and I'm going to do the whole head because, oh my god, I really like cabbage. And because I forgot my carrot, so I need all the veg I can get in here. Okay, but however you like your cabbage. Or if you don't like cabbage because it causes serious gas, then don't use cabbage. You know, if you're trying to like ease your gas situation, don't do it. But it's very traditional, and I love cabbage. What, darling? Okay, put my onion in here. I know a lot of you freaked out about my cough last week, but don't trip because I wasn't cooking for you. I wasn't cooking for anybody else, actually. I was only cooking lunch for myself, so don't even worry about my cough. And I didn't even notice that I did it at the time because I've had this cough for so long that it just happened. But it's starting to get better, so hopefully it should go away. I swear to God, go in there and do your homework now!
What are these? Whose are these?
None of your business. Go!
I want one.
Joseph,
What?
I'm gonna hurt you.
I need to go on Google.
For what?
I need to find what a synonym is. Synonym.
A
I forgot.
synonym?
Yeah, I forgot.
It's a word that means the same.
Shush! Let me check
Like, leave and go. Okay.
See,
so
that's just mean.
my water is getting warm, and I'm gonna start adding my balls in here. My meatballs. Why is that so funny?
You said balls, and then you said my meatball. My ball. You don't have balls, you have a JJ.
Oh my god. Go down. That's not even funny. Go.
Well, it's your fault.
Oh Lord. He's not mine. I actually I adopted him from a pack of wolves.
No, you didn't.
Shut the door. Oh, okay. So when your broth comes up to a boil, then add your meatballs. This is, I'm going to put a lid on this. I usually don't, but it's taking forever to heat up because, unfortunately, I live in an apartment, and I have an electric stove, and this lid is too big. And so, you know how electric stoves work. They just take their sweet time. This lid's even bigger. So, sometimes what I do, because I have this stinking electric stove, is if I need to do like rice and I want to boil it and then simmer it right away, and my burner's going to take too long to cool down, I'll have one burner on boiling it high, and I'll have another burner in the background on low, ready for me to move it over when it's time to simmer it. So, just a little thought for you other folks that have electric burners. Let me get something to put this cabbage in so I can use my cutting board. I really wish I had carrots. Oh, snap. I just lost some of my cabbage. Sometimes I like carrots, and I use them a lot, and then other times, like, carrots are just not very good. I go on carrot binges. It's weird. Okay, I'm also going to put in there, after these meatballs start boiling, I'm going to put the cabbage. I'm going to put fire roasted tomatoes, diced fire roasted tomatoes. You can use regular tomatoes. You can use San Marzanos. You can use whatever you like. Oh, shoot. I really like the flavor of the fire roasted tomato, so that's what I'm going to use. Okay. I like the sprigs. I don't like to mince the cilantro because I really like cilantro and I like the big pieces in there. So all I do is cut off a big chunk of the stem and then leave the rest of it in place. Hold on, I gotta clean up all this cabbage that I dropped. I'm stepping on it now. Okay. Honestly, why is this taking so long? I have the right burner on, right? It just doesn't seem hot enough. Okay, I'm going to turn it up even more. Once your meatballs are cooked, wait till they're fully cooked, and then you can add your whatever veg you're going to add. Traditionally, it's very simple. Like I said, cabbage, tomatoes, maybe some carrots. But I wouldn't put potatoes because you're already going to do, I did a 1/4 cup of rice in my meatballs. The bleach is up there, I think. No! Oh, I left the bleach in the laundry room on the 2nd floor. I forgot it. I wouldn't do potatoes because you're already adding the starch with rice. I did a 1/4 cup of rice in the meatballs, and I'm going to do another 1/4 cup into the soup when it's, you can put it in whatever. Put it in now. I can already see my broth like starting to turn red from my chorizo. And what I would add, if your chorizo doesn't flavor your broth enough, if you want more flavoring, add some stock first, chicken stock or beef stock. Add, if you like paprika, you can add paprika. Definitely cumin, because it's always delicious. In fact, I think I'm definitely going to add, not I think I'm definitely, that doesn't make sense. I am definitely going to add, not this dark cumin, there's nothing in here. I'm going to add some cumin from my little seasoning packet. What a door! What a door. Oh my gosh. So, I refuse to pay big money for, you know, these, like jars of seasoning, because they charge, like, outrageous prices for them. Which I just think outrageous, like $5 or something for a little seasoning packet. So, I buy these little Mexican ones. I buy these Mexican seasoning packets, like a guapo. You can find everything, and these are like $1 a piece, and you can find all the seasonings you need. So I'm not going to spend $5 on a jar of seasoning. So I might buy a jar one time, and then I buy the El Guapo, and I just put it in there. Don't tell anybody I do that. But am I really out of cumin? How does that happen? Oh, just kidding. Found some. Okay. So I like cumin. I'm going to add like probably a tablespoon. Okay, toss that in. Anyways, like I was saying, if your chorizo does not give your broth enough flavor, beef stock, chicken stock, cumin, paprika, cayenne pepper, oregano, basically any, Dominic, don't talk like that. Basically any seasoning that you like. Well, now I know I need some more cumin. Basically any seasoning that you like, any flavors. Okay. This wine that I'm drinking, by the way, my sister-in-law introduced me to it, and it's from Italy. It's called, the brand is Archeo, A-R-C-H-E-O, and you can find it at Trader Joe's for $4 a bottle. Oh, snap. Here's the bottle because I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay. Anyways, the stuff is delicious. I need mine. And for $4 a bottle, yeah, $4 a bottle, you can't beat that. Okay. Back to the soup. People are distracting me. Okay. everything's starting to cook. Oh shoot, I shouldn't turn my meatballs too fast. I am going to, meatballs are still cooking. They're definitely not done. But they're going to take a little while. I don't want to hold y'all up. So I'm going to add my other stuff, which it's kind of like the meatballs. You're not going to eat them rare. You're going to eat them well done. You're going to eat them cooked through. A, because that's just how it's eaten. It's on a steak and it's on a hamburger. And B, because you want, if there's rice in there, you want it to cook through. So you're going to eat them well done. It doesn't matter when you add this stuff because they're probably about halfway done. Honestly though, why is this thing not coming to a boil? Okay, so meatballs are about halfway done. I'm going to put my cabbage in. And, hold on, it's kind of full. I put a lot of water in there. You have to take into account the way your meatballs are going to make your water rise. I put too much water in. But anyway, it'll be okay. I'm going to put my cabbage in. I'm going to put my tomatoes in. Just 1 can. And I put more mint in already. I'm going to add my cilantro. You don't have to add so much cilantro. I did a whole thing of it, but I really like it. That's why I'm adding it all. Okay. And I already added my rice. I'm going to taste this broth right now and see if I need to add anything else at this point. But oh, holy moly. I forgot salt. How did that happen? Definitely need salt. But I can taste all the seasonings from the chorizo, and it's delicious. Okay, I'm going to put in some salt. And I'm going to use the same spoon. Thank you very much. My salt. But I actually really like the other seasonings. It needs more salt, but everything else I really like. I don't think I'm going to add any broth. I don't think I'm going to add any more cumin. I think I'm just going to leave it as is. Let my meatballs finish cooking away. Use some pepper. I mean, this grind is handy sometimes, but okay. Ooh, I like the mint. I can really taste the mint in there, and it is delicious. Meatballs are cooking away. Cabbage and everything's cooking away. And I don't know what's wrong with my stove today. Hopefully at some point it will heat up enough to finish the rest of this. Okay, I could definitely still use some more salt, but I think it's good. With all I added was extra cumin to the water and salt. The seasoning from that chorizo does so much to it that you don't need to do. It adds a flavor to the meatballs and to the broth. I am thinking about adding lime later. I can't decide it. It's salt. I might do it. The mint, definitely use the mint. It's so good. What, Jennifer?
I need a couple big questions.
Okay, give me like 2 minutes and I'll help you. I'm going to try to post a semi-recipe. I don't like a lot of measurements, like I said, but I'm going to post like the ingredients and a rough amount of them that you would use. This soup in total, like cook time, should only take about 40 minutes or so. Because you just need to brown, get those veggies soft in the beginning. Put your broth in, I would bring it up to a boil before you put your meatballs in. My thing is still not boiling because I don't know what the problem is. But bring it to a boil, then put your meatballs in. And once your meatballs are cooked, put all your other vegetables if you're eating there. Squash, green beans. Some people can use green beans. That doesn't sound good at all. Whatever you're going to put it in, add it in. Definitely use the mint. Use cilantro if you like cilantro. And
Cilantro.
I think that is it. Y'all have any questions? Leave them in the comments, and I will respond. Joseph?
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Show your face.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Amen!
Yeah.